My name is Chuck Eesley. I'm an assistant professor and the Morgan Thaler Faculty Fellow here at Stanford in the Department of Management Science and Engineering. And I also teach as part of the Stanford Technology Ventures program. It's really the entrepreneurship center for the engineering school and for the university more broadly. So our focus isn't on converting everyone into an entrepreneur, but more on exposing students to entrepreneurship and helping them decide for themselves where in that whole ecosystem they fit in. So we find that immigrant entrepreneurs are very important. So about 44% of the Stanford alumni are immigrants who have come to this country from overseas. And in terms of the Bay Area, about 15% wind up staying here and contributing to the local economy. So we've also found that immigrant entrepreneurs are significantly more likely to found firms. But the numbers are still relatively low. They represent perhaps 8% of the Stanford alumni founders. And so I've seen a lot of friends and students who come from overseas and graduate and want to stay here in the area and work on their startups. But because of the visa issues, often they're not able to. So they either have to go and work for a larger firm or they have to go back to their home country and do their startup there. So I think the most important thing is a change in mindset about the whole immigration issue. It tends to get all lumped together into the immigration issue. But we really have two very different immigration markets going on. There's sort of the low-skill immigrants, and then there's the more high-skill immigrant issue. And so it's these more high-skilled immigrants who have been educated at colleges and universities in the U.S., who have the skills for the 21st century economy that we need to focus on keeping here. And so I think the most important thing would be to separate those two issues and see them as distinct rather than as lumping them together. U.S. resources have gone into educating them, and if we could get them to stay here, then we could get a return on that investment in terms of doing a startup here, contributing to the national and Bay Area economies, but instead many of them will wind up going back overseas.